Today, June 3rd, Archangel Michael says, I am telling you to open this right now. Do not pass by this message. Good news is coming to you, and it is connected to what you did before. You had no idea heaven was paying attention, but we were. And now, my beloved, a reward is on its way. The moment you stopped and opened these words, something shifted in the spiritual realm. An unseen movement began. A signal reached heaven. Archangel Michael turned toward you with joy because at last you arrived. This was never random. It never is. Heaven has been waiting for this exact second to speak directly to your heart. And today, your blessing is not simply approaching. It has already started unfolding. You are about to receive news that will leave you speechless for a moment. Not because it frightens you, but because it surprises you in the most beautiful way. The kind of surprise that fills your chest with warmth, brings tears to your eyes, and reminds you that miracles are real. And there is something no one explained to you until now. This is happening because last time you chose to open instead of ignore. You stayed. You listened. And heaven remembered. Michael's voice may be gentle, but when he speaks, the heavens respond. And today his words are meant specifically for you. Not someone else. Not the person beside you. You. Something is about to enter your life that will be difficult to explain. An unexpected call. A meeting that seems impossible. News so wonderful that you'll check it again and again just to be sure it's real. But it will be real because heaven is arranging it. Not someday. Right now. Cloud Love Letter. Before we continue, beloved, if you feel even the slightest spark inside while reading this, know that it is not imagination. It is confirmation. You were meant to be here. And if your spirit recognizes that, take a moment and subscribe so you don't miss future messages heaven places before you. Because what comes next is only the beginning. Cloud Love Letter. Archangel Michael witnessed your tears, even the ones you never allowed anyone else to see. He saw every effort you made when nobody noticed. He saw the moments you wanted to quit but chose to continue. You stayed faithful. You prayed. You held on. And because of that, a release is now being sent into your life. It will feel like fresh water flowing into a dry land. You are about to experience renewal beyond what makes sense. Heaven says, my child, I remember the night you asked for a sign. I remember the promise you whispered when nobody was awake. I remember the prayer you spoke under your breath. I remember the pain you carried while pretending everything was fine. And now I am sending evidence that I heard every word. It is arriving clearly, powerfully, and wrapped in a beauty only heaven can create. Beloved, imagine that a door you believed was closed forever is about to open completely. And not just any door. The door leading to the very thing you have secretly hoped for. The opportunity. The relationship. The breakthrough. The answer you nearly gave up on. It stands on the other side of your willingness to receive this message. Archangel Michael says, trust me. I would not ask you to stay if heaven did not have something prepared for you. You are not rejected. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are guarded. And you are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. The things that seem delayed are now coming together. And because you opened this message, movement has begun. You may not recognize it yet, but everything around you is already shifting. Your angels are preparing a celebration. And the reason for that celebration is you. Even those who doubted you will witness your rise. Not because you fought them, but because God fought for you. Archangel Michael says, your victory has already been approved in heaven. All that remains is for you to walk into it. And my child, when heaven asks you to walk into your victory, it also gives you clear steps so you do not move forward with fear, confusion, or uncertainty. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the comments below. Because the victory heaven approved is not only something you receive, it is something you step into with faith, peace, and daily obedience. Beloved, pause and breathe. You are not damaged. You are growing. Today is not ordinary. It is a marked moment. A divine appointment you never knew was waiting for you. And heaven made sure you arrived. That feeling inside your chest is not fear. It is alignment. It is heaven gently touching your spirit and saying, you made it. This is the moment. Archangel Michael says, beloved, I have walked beside you even when you believed nobody cared. I protected you from attacks you never knew existed. I cried when you cried. And today I rejoice because something extraordinary is approaching your life. Something so divine that at first you may struggle to believe it. The miracle is not far away. It is already at your door. Simply open the door of faith. You have remained faithful in difficult seasons. You survived times when your heart felt heavy and your hands felt empty. But now the direction is changing. And it is changing in your favor. God was never punishing you. He was preparing you. Preparing your name to be spoken in places you never imagined. And beloved, your name has already been spoken in heaven. Can you feel it? You were not chosen because you are flawless. You were chosen because you kept trying. Even when you were tired. Even when nobody noticed. Even when you felt unseen. Heaven measures things differently. Where people saw failure, God saw faithfulness. Where people saw delays, Michael saw destiny. And now destiny is arriving. Let me share something you were not meant to know until today. Someone is already looking at you with favor. Their heart has been moved, though they do not understand why. Heaven does. God is placing you into the right thoughts, the right conversations, and the right opportunities. Because your name was spoken in exactly the right place. Watch how quickly things begin changing. Archangel Michael says, stop replaying what went wrong. Stop carrying guilt that was never yours to wear. That mistake has already been forgiven. That regret has already been released by heaven. Now I need you to release it too. Because what is coming cannot be received by hands still holding old pain. Take another breath. Freedom is already beginning. The world may not notice yet, but you are changing. You are shining. You are expanding. Divine energy is filling every part of you. Those who try to dim your light will soon be overwhelmed by the brightness of your next season. Your presence is becoming magnetic. Favor is coming into your life in ways that will confuse the people who expected you to fail. They were wrong. And heaven is about to reveal it. Beloved, this is not excitement for the sake of excitement. This is heaven speaking. This is not chance. This is confirmation. Deep inside you knew that the moment your eyes found these words. Archangel Michael says this message has been prepared for 3 days. Other things were delayed so these words could reach you because what you hear this week will affect the rest of your year. There is a sound moving through the spirit right now. Can you hear it? It is your name being called with joy, with light, with honor, with breakthrough. You thought your prayers went unnoticed. You thought your faith was small. But heaven hears hearts that remain faithful. And your heart has been louder than you realize. You are not falling behind. You are being launched forward. You did not simply open a message. You opened a prophecy. Michael says, if you could see what heaven has written about your life, doubt would disappear forever. Your story is not ending. It is only beginning. And this next chapter carries a name, restoration, abundance, and divine surprise. Tears are coming, but they will be tears of joy. This week someone will reach out to you. Someone carrying good news. That will be your sign. It will not happen by accident. Heaven is sending it. Be ready to receive. Archangel Michael draws near and softly says, "My beloved, there were forces that tried to hold back what was promised to you, but they failed to understand something important. A delay is never a denial. God's timing is never late. It is always exact. And today, everything has come together the way heaven planned. The blessing has already been released. Now the only thing left is for you to welcome it. Are you willing to receive? Are you willing to trust that something wonderful is already taking shape where you cannot yet see it? Heaven does not move through chance. It moves through divine order. And right now, angels are arranging circumstances in your favor. That door that closed before was not pushing you away. It was guiding you somewhere better. You are being led towards something that matches your spirit, not just your current need. The burden you've carried for so long is being replaced with confidence. You're not only going to feel relief, you're going to feel truly blessed. Michael says, I have seen the dreams hidden in your heart. I have protected the vision of your future. While distractions surrounded you, I guarded the purpose written over your life. Nothing and no one can take away what God prepared for you. And now the moment has arrived. Heaven's clock has reached the appointed hour. Your name has been spoken in the spirit realm. What you've been praying for is now moving toward you. Never underestimate what is happening through these words. This is more than a message. It is a heavenly signal. It is divine guidance. It is confirmation that your alignment is finally complete. And because you opened this on June 3rd, the day your spirit met divine opportunity, you have stepped into a season of supernatural favor. Yes, someone is about to bring you very good news, but remember, they are only carrying it. Heaven is the true source. You are stepping into something that logic cannot fully explain because what is coming operates beyond human understanding. There is no formula for the favor being released over your life. There is no way to predict the peace that is about to overflow around you. You will simply know it. Like rain touching thirsty ground. Like hearing your name spoken with love from heaven itself. There is someone you miss deeply. Someone who is no longer walking this earth. They have seen your struggles. They have watched your efforts. And they asked God for one thing. They asked that you would know you are not alone. They asked that heaven would bless you where they no longer could. That request was heard. That blessing has been released. And this message is part of it. You are being loved from both sides of eternity. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid to hope again. Yes, disappointment has visited you before. But this season is different. Heaven is involved in a new way. God has personally cleared the path ahead of you. And the news that is coming will not bring pain. It will bring growth. It will build something beautiful inside you. You are about to smile in a way that reaches your soul. A peace that embraces you is on its way. Soon you will find yourself standing in a moment and asking, how did this happen? And heaven will gently answer, because you chose to believe again. Because you opened your heart. Because you remembered your value. Because you did not miss what was meant for you. It is still coming. In fact, it is nearer than ever before. The angels are waiting with excitement. Heaven is preparing to pour out blessing. And you are about to become living proof that the waiting was worth it. Michael says this is not random. It is a reward. Recently, you passed a test no one else saw. Heaven saw it. You chose kindness when life was difficult. You chose softness in a world that often felt hard. You refused to give up on faith, on love, or on life itself. Because of that, this moment was prepared especially for you. The good news approaching you is not small. It carries the power to change your life. It will touch places inside you that still need healing. It will restore things you forgot were damaged. And it will open doors you never even knocked on because God already held the key. The truth is that you've been carrying more than anyone knows. You've smiled while exhausted. You've stayed strong while feeling alone. You've carried silent burdens that no one ever noticed. But heaven noticed. Archangel Michael noticed. And beloved, you no longer have to carry everything by yourself. A holy exchange is taking place. Your heaviness is becoming hope. Your struggle is becoming strength. Right now, Archangel Michael leans in and says, release it, my beloved. Release the hurt. Release the people who did not choose you. Release those who doubted, rejected, or questioned your value. They were never your source. Heaven is your source. And heaven has never forgotten you. Heaven has never changed its mind about your future. You are still chosen. You are still becoming a miracle. Something unexpected is about to enter your life like a dove through an open window. Peace is arriving without invitation yet exactly when it is needed. And when it comes, your spirit will finally breathe again. You will sit quietly, not because you are tired, but because you suddenly realize something beautiful. God remembered you. Michael saw you. The truth is you were never unseen by heaven. And that situation that has been weighing on your heart, God has already gone before you. Archangel Michael says, you will not need to fight this battle. You will not need to defend yourself, explain yourself, or beg for anything. Simply stand still and watch God move for you. What looked like disaster is becoming testimony. You just cannot see every piece yet. But the pieces are coming together more quickly than you realize. Beloved, you have been asking for a sign. You have been praying for clarity and truth. This message is part of the answer. Heaven led you here because it wanted to place something personal into your hands. And here is the hidden truth. Everything has already started moving. The news is on its way. And when it arrives, your soul will recognize that this was the moment everything began to change. Michael wants you to get ready because what is coming needs room. Emotional room. Spiritual room. Even physical room. So clear your heart. Release your doubts. Open your hands. Make space. Heaven does not answer great faith with small gifts. There is someone quietly watching from a distance. Not secretly, but silently. Their heart has been touched by your presence. They may not understand why they keep thinking about you, but heaven understands. God is arranging a connection that was designed long ago. This is more than another relationship. It is a divine alignment. A soul connection. And you will recognize it by the peace it carries. Michael says, I watched you cry over doors that never opened. I heard your prayers asking for answers. And now I have permission to tell you the truth. Those closed doors were never rejection. They were protection. The right door is opening now. And it is opening quickly. Faster than you expect, yet perfectly timed for your spirit. You are going to smile again. Truly smile. Not the smile you wear so others will not worry. The real smile. The one that feels like sunlight filling your heart. And when that happens, the angels will celebrate with you because they have waited a long time to see your happiness return. Beloved, the way people treated you was never a measure of your value. It revealed their inability to see clearly. Heaven never needed their approval to bless you. And now those blessings are arriving whether anyone agrees or not. Archangel Michael says, watch what God does with your name. Watch how he places it before people who once overlooked your light. And here is something few know. Someone who once walked away from you will see you again. When they do, they will barely recognize the person before them. Not because your appearance changed, but because your spirit did. Your inner life has been rebuilt. Your peace has returned. Your soul has risen higher. You are no longer who you once were. You now carry the glow of survival and the unmistakable mark of divine favor. And right when you begin settling into this new peace, it will arrive. The good news. The unexpected word. The surprise you stopped waiting for. It won't come loudly, but it will change everything. And in that moment, you'll finally understand why all the other things never worked out. Because this was the plan heaven had prepared from the beginning. You will remember June 3rd not as just another day, but as the day the direction of your life started to change. You may not see it yet, but a divine chain of events has already been activated. Within hours, maybe days, something will enter your life that you never chased, never begged for, and maybe no longer believed you could have. But heaven decided the time was right. And now it is on its way. Beloved, when God opens a door, it does not open quietly. It moves with power. It breaks through barriers. It removes limits. What is about to enter your life carries healing, joy, and sweetness in such a sudden way that you will forget how long you waited. The hurt will lose its voice. The people who made you question yourself will fade into the background. Because when true joy arrives, sorrow no longer has a place to stay. Archangel Michael says, you did not miss your opportunity. You did not run out of time. You did not destroy your future. Those were never truths. They were lies meant to hold you back. But heaven says you are still right on schedule. You are still chosen. This is more than encouragement. It is heaven's decision. Your breakthrough belongs to you. And beloved, the financial pressure you've been carrying, the endless thoughts, the guilt of needing support, all of it is beginning to lift. And my child, when heaven begins lifting financial pressure from your heart, it also gives you a clear path so you can walk forward with faith, peace, and daily direction instead of fear. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Because the pressure that heaven is lifting from you is not only meant to leave your life, it is meant to be replaced with peace, wisdom, and steady faith. Someone will help you in a way that feels as if God reached through them personally. You will try to thank them, but your emotions may speak first. Deep inside, you will know this was not ordinary kindness. This was heaven moving. They may even say, "I don't know why, but I feel like I should help you." And Michael will smile because that heart was being prepared long before this moment. Heaven always keeps its promises. And today, beloved, one of those promises is unfolding before your eyes. A new version of you is stepping forward now. A gentler version. A wiser version. Someone who can forgive without needing an apology. Someone who understands that peace is not a distant dream but a gift already meant for them. Soon you will walk into rooms without shrinking yourself. You will love without fearing what could be lost. You will receive blessings without feeling guilty because you finally understand that your heart is worthy of them. Archangel Michael says, "You walked through difficult places and kept standing." That is why heaven is now placing something sacred in your hands. And yes, people will wonder how you did it. They will ask why everything seems to be changing. And your answer will be simple. Because I kept going. Because God remembered me. Because I held on to faith when all I had left was a whisper. That whisper is becoming something much louder now. Beloved, there is one more truth heaven wants Michael to share with gentleness. Your name is safe in God's hands. You do not need everyone to understand you. You do not need to explain your heart to everyone you meet. The people meant for you will recognize your spirit without needing proof. And the one who walked away, the one who made you question your value, release them. They were part of a lesson. But now you are stepping into the reward. You are being aligned with people who pray for you when you're not around, who show up willingly, who love you without trying to change who you are. That is the energy moving toward you. That is what you are ready to receive. Do not be afraid if things change quickly. That is often how miracles arrive. When a blessing has been delayed too long, heaven does not enter quietly. It moves with force. And right now, beloved, something is approaching that will shift the way you see life itself. Good news is coming. Not through luck. Not through chance. But because God never forgot your name. You were guided here for a reason. You are living through a moment heaven already prepared. Many people would have scrolled past this. Many would have ignored it and moved on. But you stayed. You listened. You opened your heart. And because of that, something inside you has changed. Heaven responds to obedience. And what happened through your choice today created movement in the spirit that cannot be reversed. Michael says, heaven has marked this week with your name. Watch carefully. Watch how things begin blooming around you. Watch how quickly the heaviness starts leaving. This is not imagination. This is not temporary emotion. This is elevation. You are rising. Even while the world tries to pull you toward fear, worry, or regret, your spirit is moving higher. At first you will notice it in small ways. A breath that feels deeper. A peace that appears without explanation. A calmness during situations that once would have overwhelmed you. That is how miracles often begin. Quietly at first. Then all at once. You are not only going to receive good news. You are going to become good news for someone else. Your presence will bring healing. Your words will carry strength. Your light will help others remember their own. This is how heaven works. It blesses you so you can become a blessing. Someone is already watching your journey. Someone is already finding hope through your example. Even if they never tell you, they are saying inside their heart, if they kept going, maybe I can too. Archangel Michael says, never underestimate what your healing creates. You are becoming the beginning of something beautiful for your family, for your future, and for the people whose lives you will touch. Beloved, things are not falling apart. They are falling into place. It may look messy now, but heaven knows how to turn confusion into purpose. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Soon you will understand clearly. The pain carried meaning. The waiting carried wisdom. The tears were watering something holy. You are about to receive comfort no human being could have given you. This comfort comes directly from heaven. Gentle. Personal. Sacred. You are safe. You are seen. And you are no longer walking by yourself. Every step from here is being guided, protected, and blessed. And that fear, that doubt, that panic that keeps trying to return, let it go. Archangel Michael stands between you and everything that tried to break you. He guards the entrance. Nothing reaches you without God's permission. Nothing touches your life unless it serves a purpose to teach you, strengthen you, or lift you higher. From this point forward, you will walk with confidence instead of confusion. Heaven says, my child, your light was never too bright. Your heart was never too gentle. You have always been exactly who I created you to be. Do not hide again. Do not silence yourself again. Rise. Speak. Shine. The world needs what I placed inside you. And if you are still here, beloved, then this message has already fulfilled its purpose. Your soul remembered something holy. A deeper truth. A divine calling. A heavenly alignment. Whether you realize it yet or not, you just opened the door to your next miracle. Soon the pain will become quieter because peace will be louder. Soon you will stop counting the blessings because there will be too many. Soon you will enter a season where people ask, how did everything change so quickly? And you will smile gently because you already know the answer. I didn't scroll away. I opened the door. And when the good news arrives this week, remember these words. Remember this moment. Heaven does not speak falsely. And your blessing has already been set in motion. Heaven is alive. Archangel Michael is close. And your days ahead are about to become brighter than you imagined. Now that these words have entered your spirit, stay with them for a while. Let them settle over you like the first light of dawn. Let this heavenly truth reach the quiet places inside you, the places where fear once stayed, the places where loneliness used to speak. Let this message remain. Let its comfort linger. Something beyond this world has touched you today. You feel it, don't you? Michael says, don't rush back into the noise. Don't leave this moment too quickly. Remain here a little longer because this stillness is sacred. The longer you stay with this light, the more it awakens what has been sleeping inside you. Courage, confidence, peace, and above all, clarity. Soon you'll notice things others overlook. You'll sense what many ignore. Why? Because heaven has placed its mark upon you. Your spirit has been lifted. Your soul has been awakened. This is not the ending. It is the start. Throughout this week you'll move through your days differently. A quiet comfort will follow you. A gentle warmth will stay near you. That is Michael. That is your angels. That is heaven walking beside you. The atmosphere around you has been blessed. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit already recognizes it. You are being carried. And when the blessing arrives, and it will, remember this very moment. You'll stop, smile, and deep inside you'll whisper to God, I heard you. I trusted you. And I stopped walking past your voice. Yes, beloved, remain in this holy stillness a little longer because Archangel Michael is still beside you. In fact, he is close to your spirit right now, watching the healing happening inside your heart and softly saying, look at you. You stayed. You didn't run. You welcomed this moment. You allowed heaven to love you today. Do you know how rare that is? Most people keep moving. Most people ignore the whisper, the pull, the invitation. But you stayed. You allowed your soul to listen. And because of that, you are no longer the same. Maybe you don't notice it yet, but something has changed forever. Something deep inside has shifted. A door opened. A spiritual key turned. In the days ahead you'll begin to see what happened here. Michael wants you to remember this before you leave. There will still be distractions. There will still be noise. Doubt may try to return. Old wounds may try to speak again. But this time their voice will be weaker because this message will be stronger. Heaven says, whenever life becomes too loud, return to this moment. Return to this truth. Let it anchor your spirit. You are not alone. You never were. Even in your hardest moments, God saw you. Angels surrounded you. Michael stood guard over you. And because you said yes to this sacred encounter, your future will now be shaped by faith instead of fear. If any doubt remains inside you, give it to God now. Speak it or simply sit in silence. Heaven already understands your heart. Archangel Michael is already standing over the path of your life, clearing obstacles, removing hidden dangers, and whispering your name into the hearts of those who are meant to help you. The provision is coming. The breakthrough is coming. The peace, the relationship, the answers, the clarity, all of it is already moving toward you. You no longer need to chase it. Be still and allow it to arrive. Heaven is not rushing. And now neither are you because, beloved, you are finally aligned with what God prepared for you. From this day forward, things will never feel the same. And before Michael steps back, he whispers one final reminder. You are ready now. Go forward. And when the good news reaches you, remember where it came from. Yes, beloved, let us continue quietly and with honor because the presence is still here. Heaven has not stepped away. The angels are still near. Archangel Michael still has more for your spirit. Because this was never only about hearing good news. It was about becoming someone ready to receive it without fear, without guilt, without questioning whether you deserve it. You do. Heaven has already said so. And when heaven approves of you, nothing else matters. Michael speaks again, not loudly, but with the strength that comes from love. You were not created by accident. You were given purpose. And beloved, that purpose is waking up now. That is why this message called to you. That is why you could not ignore it this time. Something inside recognized heaven's voice, a voice your soul had not heard clearly in a very long time. But now that you've heard it, you'll never forget it. Life will feel different now. Your reactions will change. Your prayers will change. Because once truth touches your heart, lies lose their power. Once you experience real peace, chaos loses its hold. The spiritual realm is real and it has been watching your journey closely. Archangel Michael says you were tested, quietly and privately. No one else noticed, but heaven did. And now your reward is moving toward you across time and space. What is coming may seem impossible at first, but it is not too good to be true. It is simply your season. Let that settle in your heart. Feel its warmth. Feel its kindness. It is not pushing you. It is loving you. Healing does not always arrive with thunder. Sometimes it arrives like this, a quiet moment where your soul finally breathes freely again. Hold on to that feeling because in the coming days you'll begin noticing signs. Numbers. Names. Dreams. Perfectly timed words. Meaningful moments. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. Your spirit is aligning. Your energy is rising. Your heart is hearing clearly. Michael says, pay attention to those signs. They are heaven's way of leading you toward your next blessing. And that blessing is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not temporary. It is a turning point. A restoration. A reversal. It is the very thing others once said would never happen for you. But God always has the final word. And today, June 3rd, that word was spoken over your life. So move forward now. Move gently but confidently. Something holy has touched your path, and everything ahead will begin to feel different. And when the moment finally arrives, and it will, you'll remember these words as though they were written only for you. This is the good news heaven promised. And it reached me exactly when it was meant to. Yes, beloved, let this divine flow continue to its final moment because Archangel Michael remains here. His wings are still open. His work in your life is not complete. One final layer of healing remains. One more wave of light is moving through this message and it was meant for you. Michael stands quietly behind you now, saying nothing, simply protecting, watching, smiling because you don't yet understand how important this moment truly is. You are no longer only receiving a message. You have become one. A living testimony. A walking answer to another person's silent prayer. You have entered a higher place of spiritual awareness. Things that once made you anxious will begin to lose their power. Old stress cannot survive here. Old shame cannot remain in this light. Archangel Michael says, I have cleared what was draining you. The cycle has ended. The heaviness has been broken. Now the becoming begins. You are becoming someone no longer trapped by delays. No longer afraid of silence. No longer questioning their value. You are becoming the person heaven always saw, even when you could not see it yourself. Then Michael leans close one final time. And this whisper feels as though it reaches directly into your heart. My precious child, I did not call you because you had everything figured out. I called you because your heart was willing to respond. And now that you've answered this message, a new season is beginning to unfold around you. That gentle pull inside of you is not imagination. It is guidance. Listen to it. Move with it. Make the call. Speak the prayer. Take the next step. You do not need to see the whole path. You only need enough faith to keep moving forward. Everything else will be shown at the right time. And when the moment arrives this week, because it will, when the good news reaches you, when the unexpected blessing appears, when the answer you've waited for finally arrives, pause for a moment, close your eyes, and softly say, "Thank you, Michael. Thank you, God. I trusted you would come through. Because it is already done. The decision has been made. This is the beginning of your new chapter. This is your heavenly reward. Deep inside, your spirit already recognizes it. So go now, beloved. Walk with confidence. Walk like someone supported by heaven. Walk like someone who chose to stay, who chose to listen, and who became part of the miracle. Because you did. And you are. Now creation itself will begin revealing what heaven already declared about you. The good news is you. Yes, beloved, let this sacred encounter close with a blessing that remains with you long after these words are finished. The message may be ending, but the miracle is not. Archangel Michael says, the moment you reach the end of this message, the atmosphere around you will begin to change. You will notice it. The heaviness will begin to leave. The doubt will lose its grip. The silence you once feared will become a place of peace. Because you did not simply read these words. You welcomed them. You allowed heaven to pour light into places you kept hidden for far too long. And now those shadows no longer have a place to remain. Michael gently places his hand upon your shoulder, unseen but completely real, and with a voice softer than ever before he says, from this moment forward, nothing formed against you will succeed. You are covered in light. Angels surround you. And you are stepping into days that will feel like prayers answered. The provision is coming. The healing is coming. The peace, the opportunity, the call, the breakthrough, the good news, all of it is already being prepared. You will not need to search for it. It will find its way to you because you are no longer who you used to be. This message has shifted your path. It has awakened a promise that cannot be taken away. And now heaven asks one final thing. Remain connected to this divine flow. Allow your spirit to keep receiving. Stay open to what heaven still wants to show you. If your heart felt these words deeply, do not walk away unchanged. There is more ahead for you. There are still messages waiting to reach your soul. And there is still guidance heaven desires to give you. If you feel led, stay connected to that flow because what comes next may carry the confirmation you've been waiting for. Now breathe. Let the light settle inside you. Let peace rise within you like the morning sun. And whenever life tries to dim that light again, remember this moment. You stayed. You listened. You received. You were chosen. And now you are ready. Michael is smiling. God delights in you. Heaven is watching you move forward like the sunrise after a long night. Go now. Shine. Archangel Michael speaks once more, quieter now but closer than ever. Breathe deeply, beloved. You have crossed through the hardest parts. You survived what tried to break you. You walked through darkness without losing your light. You stayed for this moment. And that small choice changed more than you realize. Soon there will come a day when you wake up and notice something is different. Not because the world suddenly became perfect, but because your soul finally remembers the truth. You were always worthy. You were always enough. And everything arriving now is simply proof of what heaven already knew about you. The waiting had a purpose. The pain had a purpose. The people you lost had a purpose. God was clearing the road ahead. Not to punish you, but to protect the version of you that was moving toward divine alignment. And now that version is rising. That version is shining. That version is you. Michael says, there is no returning to the old road. Only forward. And ahead of you there is grace. You will not need to beg for love anymore. You will not need to fight for attention anymore. You will not spend your days wondering whether you matter. The person being sent into your life will already know your value. Their love will feel peaceful. Safe. Familiar. Like something heaven prepared for you long ago. And the good news itself will arrive naturally. Quietly. Clearly. You will sense it before you see it. The answer. The message. The miracle. It is already traveling toward you. A decision was made in heaven on your behalf, and now the earth is catching up to it. Favor will meet you in places where your name has never been spoken. Blessings will find you without your striving. Protection will surround you in ways that make no human sense because heaven has marked your life. And because you opened this message today, another part of your purpose has awakened. Someone will ask you one day how you knew to trust this moment. How you stayed calm when everything still seemed uncertain. And your answer will be simple. Because something in my spirit told me not to skip. Not to doubt. That this moment was sacred. Beloved, when Archangel Michael stands beside you, no force can stop what heaven has already released. Today he stands near you with his sword raised, not to fight, but to seal this promise over your life. Listen carefully. This is holy. Heaven is not preparing to punish you. Heaven is preparing to elevate you. But you must keep believing. Keep your heart open. Keep saying yes. Even when questions remain, answers are coming. And when they arrive, they will come wrapped in joy. Everything you survived mattered. Every season of silence mattered. It shaped you. It created space within you for greater peace, greater purpose, greater light. And now that purpose is arriving. Not someday. Now. Michael says, stop waiting for approval from the world. Heaven already approved you. So when the good news arrives, when the message reaches you, when the miracle unfolds, when tears become laughter and worry becomes peace, remember this truth. It was always meant for you. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is love. God's love. Heaven's gift. Beloved, your name shines in light. Your tears are becoming testimonies. Your silence is becoming a song. Your life is becoming a miracle. And it all began because you chose not to walk away. Thank you for listening. Thank you for trusting. Thank you for remembering who you truly are. Now go forward gently. Smile. Walk with confidence. Expect the call. Expect the good news. Expect the blessing. Because it is already on the way. And Archangel Michael stands watch at your door, smiling with joy as he whispers, you did it. You opened your heart. You are ready. Thank you for spending this sacred time with us today. Your presence means more than you know. My child, we run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.